Is 14 the highest number you've ever had coming in?
Yeah.
Butch,
And there's challenges with that too now. You know, the thing we have to, and sorry to interrupt you, but there's some things that we have to understand too. These are still, some of these individuals are 17 years old going away to college, obviously for the first time. And so everything is changing to them. Their friends, the expectations, the work volume of being, you know, in a collegiate setting with academics, with your off-season strength and conditioning, and that's why we're going to have to rely on our older players to really nurture them, so to speak, and bring them along. But all 14 individuals are of high character and extremely, extremely competitive, and I know they're looking forward to it.
Coach, you have so many new guys coming in at the midterm, and that's the trend going, you know, on and on the last few years. How early in the process do you know, your support staff on the scene start working with some of these kids if they, you know, want to be a midterm enrollee? Does that start now when you go out and talk to juniors? Is that?
A lot of times it starts now because of the change in the academic requirements. It really starts changing in their 9th grade year and into their 10th grade year. And they have to have a great plan just because of the ever-changing academic requirements and having a plan. And there's a lot of individuals that have already approached us for the future of wanting to enroll early. And it takes a different person. It takes a very mature person to be able to do that because, like I said, you know, their whole life is changing. And you have to have a maturity about yourself, but also you have to have a program in place to help these individuals succeed once they get on your campus. And that's a great thing about Joe Scoggin and our Thornton Center and our coaches is we have the best support services in the country. And that's what separates us is our academic support services and everything, the resources that we have here for an individual to be successful at Tennessee.
what are some of the benefits of bringing in 14 midterm guys, particularly for the junior college guys who are only here for 2 years?
Many benefits. They actually, you know, they gain spring football. They actually gain a half a year of eligibility. So when August camp rolls around, they understand the standard, the expectations, the style of play. Physically, they're able to develop. Mentally, they're able to develop from a mental toughness standpoint, but also understanding the playbook. So the learning curve, it really helps the learning curve in all that you do mentally, physically. It builds bonds and team chemistry. It builds an overall comfort level. So the advantages are endless. It's invaluable.
Butch, the 14 early enrollees, what went into A, the number 14, and B, which 14? What kind of factors?
Sure, good question. The number of 14 is the scholarships that we had available at mid-year, and that's why winning academically is a byproduct of that. And so our philosophy is we're always going to get our players graduated. Our goal is between 3.5 and 4 years. That's the goal here. So if they have a 5th year of eligibility and they do elect to come back, they're working towards a master's degree. That's all about winning in the classroom. If they have the ability to leave early and go to the National Football League, the most important thing you can have is your college degree. So that's the fundamental values of our football program. So why you see the inordinate amount of early enrollees or the 14 signees is a direct correlation to winning academically and winning in the classroom. We also were able to count a number of scholarships from last year's class, but really they're the scholarships that are available at mid-year through graduation. And our players are, that's why our seniors did a tremendous, tremendous job. You know, Alex Bullard, for instance, you know, came right down to the wire and he really had to take some classes, and I just passed him before coming here in the building, and he's a college graduate. And so we gain his scholarship now at mid-year. So those 14 are a byproduct of winning. When we looked at what positions, it started first and foremost with areas of need. So we all know that, you know, we need offensive linemen, we need defensive linemen, we need skill players. We really need everything, but it came down to really a hierarchy of our positional needs. And then also it comes down to the players that are available. You know, the best players that are graduating at mid-year, so it's a whole conglomeration of all those components.